Hello and welcome to Stitches and Slapdashery, Slowvember, Day 6. Ooh, make dragonflies with pipe cleaners, maple seed wings, and coloured beads. Now, this is something I saw on mudandbloom.com. They have some lovely activities on there for nature crafts. And yeah, they say they're for kids, but we grown-ups want to have some nature craft fun too, right? So I'm just going to have to gather my materials for this, and I will join you back here in a second. Before we carry on with the activity of the day, I think I need to apologize to the knitters out there who got excited at the thought of seeing some knitting, and then I started talking about crochet. Yeah, and I do actually have a knitting whip. I had forgotten about it because I'm trying to forget about it because I don't want to work on it. So I have that excuse, kind of. And yeah, as soon as I started thinking about a new yarn project, my mind immediately went to the Lion Brand Heartland and the fact I wanted to make granny squares, and so it ended up being all about crochet. Sorry about that. It didn't help that I was on a bit of a deadline, and I would much rather be making these videos with no time limit on doing the craft of the day or whatever the activity is and getting it all edited and uploaded and ready for you guys. So today, the rest of the afternoon is my own. I've already been out taking a friend to the hospital for an appointment. I'm back now and I've got my tea. And before we get on with the activity, I'll show you one thing. Now, I was mentioning yesterday about the fact that I've been rewarding myself with a ball of yarn for each successful completed week of exercise, and that I was owed 2 balls of yarn. Well, after my shift yesterday, it was 7 o'clock at night, and I should probably have just jumped in the car and gone home. But I was talking yesterday about maybe getting a couple more balls of the Lion Brand Heartland in a couple of different colours. So I went off to the yarn department at Michael's. Seeing as, you know, I have to pass it to leave the building. And I picked up a couple of different colours. I picked up a rather nice light blue and a deeper purple than the one I already have. So I start to walk out of the yarn area, and then I see something that catches my eye. And I fell hard for it. I'm afraid I fell hard for it. So I've had my eye on this thing for a while. It's a seasonal thing that only comes in to Michael's in the fall, and by Christmas it'll be gone. I only ever see it at this time of the year. It's a very large ball of yarn. In fact, I think it's probably bigger than my head. So we'll put them next to each other and you can see. But I had been resisting for so far because the colorways are quite nice, and there was one that was multiple shades of red and there was another that was multiple shades of green, and last year I was thinking, oh, I could get a red one and a green one and make a lovely Christmassy blanket. I managed to use my self-discipline and not get any. But this year, I'm afraid I was weak in the face of this new colorway that came in. So let me show you what it is. You've probably seen this in the stores or heard about it. Is that a stonking great ball of yarn or what? You see, it's like twice the size of my head. It's called a Caron anniversary cake, and I think that's probably because it only comes out once a year. Limited time only. That is usually a good indicator that people are going to snap it up, isn't it? Because they're not, it's that, what do they call it? FOMO, fear of missing out. Well, I was YOLO, you only live once. Darn it, I bought the ball. So this, I don't know what this colorway is even called. Peppermint Plaid. It's called Peppermint Plaid. And when I saw the colors it had in it, I was won over. It's got a soft red, a gingerbread colour, a kind of a minty, aqua colour, and some white, some soft white. And there's a bit of pink here. So it's that wonderful Christmas colourway that is not red and green, because red and green really isn't my favourite combination. But this combination, yeah, that's for me. Now, this ball of yarn is about $45 at Michael's right now. It is 1,000 grams, which is a whole kilo of yarn. You could do weight training. There you go. You could buy 2 and do some bicep curls with this. So 1,000 grams is 35.3 ounces. And it's 941 meters or 1,029 yards. So people online, I had a quick peek while I was in the store at what people are making with these. You can get a whole sweater out of this or a throw size blanket. They're just so big and there's so much yardage. Of course, I did get my staff discount off this. It wasn't on sale, unfortunately, but obviously I got my staff discount on it. So it worked out quite a bit less than $45. But still, that's a stonking great pile of yarn there. So I think I've definitely paid myself back for the last 2 weeks of fitness credit. And I'll probably not pay myself in yarn for the next 2 weeks because I think this covers it, don't you? I think so. It is just massive. It says it's a super bulky. It's recommending 8mm hooks and needles. It's machine washable. And I think machine dryable on a low heat as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. At first I was assuming I was going to crochet with it, but I think I'm going to have a good old look through the projects on Ravelry and see how this one looks. It may be a new colorway that doesn't have many or any projects on it yet. So I don't know. It's even got a built-in gift tag on the label in case you want to buy it and give it to somebody. Just imagine trying to send that through the mail. The postage on that thing would be insane. Yeah, I only saw a couple of them. So what I'm thinking is that whatever we have is going to disappear fast. I would consider buying a second ball in the same colorway, probably, to make a Christmassy blanket or something like that. But I'm feeling a little guilty for buying this one, so probably not. Yeah. So that's that. Now, let's get on with today's craft. So this little craft from Mud and Bloom looked like a great idea. Now, I collected these probably about a week ago. These little maple seed pairs. Sometimes it's hard to find them still in their pairs, and if they do break apart, I may end up having to glue them back together because they're quite brittle and dry now. You could use maple seeds or sycamore seeds. And I have some wooden beads. I've taken one of these strings of beads apart and put it into my palette just to stop them from rolling around. This was quite a good deal. It was like 4 strings of beads. I can't remember how much it was because the price wasn't on there, but this is from Michael's. Bead Landing is their bead department. And I just tested the pipe cleaners in the holes, and I can get a doubled pipe cleaner through the hole, which is a relief because I wasn't sure it was going to work. And then I have this pile of pipe cleaners. This is not something I bought. Again, it was something I was gifted, and I'm actually using them. I didn't think I was going to be using them. My question is, what colour pipe cleaner am I going to use? Do I go for a duller pipe cleaner for the body and then just bright beads, or do I go with, I'm going to go with red to start with, just because I'm hoping to be able to make 3. I have 7 perfectly intact seeds here. Got a spare in case one gets irrevocably broken. And I do have a couple more that are a bit wonky, like this one here. I mean, that would be a very wonky wing for a dragonfly, wouldn't it? So I just had to go and look at the website again to remind myself how I'm going to make these. It's very simple. So you just fold one pipe cleaner in half, and you turn down about a quarter of it, like this. And then what you have to do is just tuck a couple of the seed heads into here. I think you can put the wings either way. This is going to be a dragonfly, so I don't know, I'm feeling like that makes more sense. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to bust out the hot glue. I don't want to break these, but they are barely attached to each other. This is definitely fiddlier than it sounded on the website. If these were not so fragile, I'd be able to manipulate them a bit better. There. I have a feeling that I'm going to glue it anyway, because I don't want these to fall out or slide out this way or fall apart. I'm just going to go and get my hot glue gun. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue in the middle here. Just to, woo, nearly glued it to my sweater. Wouldn't want that, would I? So hopefully that'll hold them. And then I'm getting threads everywhere. I'm going to put a little bit here. Oh, I lost my glue stick. Fell on the floor. Whoopsie. So once you've got your wings on there, let's slide that back out the way. I don't want to knock it onto the floor. We're going to thread some beads on. As you can see, this is a pretty quick and simple idea, but rather pretty. What's nice about this is that the beads won't slide off because they're holding on quite firmly. The fluff on the pipe cleaners is ensuring that they're on there very snugly. Which colour haven't I used yet? Green. I think I've used all the colours now. So let's go back to red. All right, now I'm just going to fold the end of the pipe cleaner. I've left about a centimetre or half an inch of pipe cleaner there, and I'm just going to fold that under. And that's it. It's done. How cute is that? So that was a bit of fun. What I've done is I've attached a long grey thread to each one, and I'm going to take some tape, just some painter's tape, upstairs with me, and I'm going to hang them at different levels in my kitchen window on the other side from the felt bunting we made on day one. I think that'll be fun to brighten things up. So we're done for today. I think I'm going to make another cup of tea and go browse Ravelry for something to make with my beautiful big bowl of Caron anniversary cakes. That could be my December project, couldn't it? And it would be rather cool if it was maybe a combination of knitting and crochet, like one of those sweaters where you make crochet squares and then use knitting to finish off the ribbing around the edges, maybe. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself now. The brain is working hard. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again tomorrow.